video games. So, we left off last time, having done the favour for the Baba Yaga, and now we should be in the land of the dead. Which, I'm gonna be real with you, kinda blind. Last time on Chrono beats the shit out of vampires. Chrono beat the shit out of vampires. Now, the thrilling conclusion. Gents, Ninja, welcome in.
Baba Yaga sent our hero to the Titan's graveyard, and I have sent her soul to the underworld. She will trouble us no more. Now my friend enters the land of the dead, and his final battle is coming. I must find my own path and try to meet with him at some point. For now he is on his own. The land requires sacrifice. Sacrifice I hope that he can make, because without it he will not get very far. I must have faith in him now. The seed was sown long ago, and it flowers beautifully. He has come this far down the path. I must believe that he will go all the way.
Yeah. What are we doing, guys? Fuck I am. Excellent, I'm glad to hear that, Ninja. So I took a look at the achievement list, I believe it was. I took a look at something after the last session. And I was like, okay, how much is left of the original game before we get to the DLC? And I think it is 14 chapters in total. And then the DLC. I think. I don't remember, it was a while ago. Welcome in, Panda. You know, let me just check the Steam thing. It can't be 14 chapters. It's chapter 10 achievement. Chapter 11 achievement. 12 chapters, 14 in total. Right, alright. Okay, so I think we're on chapter 10 now. I need to clean this place up, there's bones everywhere. Yeah. Alright, let's do a sprint. Double jump. The creeping corpse. There's a strange magical root that only grows in the land of the dead, which feeds on the carcasses of dead creatures. This plant consumes all the organic matter around it, and after it is satiated, evolves from the corpses it is ingested to become a living being. Once fully grown, the creeping corpse looks for living creatures to devour. That was rude. Ooh, beautiful. Time for me to get all that skill back that I was demonstrating previously. There it is. Bitch. Remember, it's not just about being good in combat, it's about being able to think on your feet about combat. That's how you be good at combat. I love parrying so much. There's very little as satisfying as a successful parry. Crack that whip. Mecha-chrono. Hey, there we go. Anything good? Yes. Wonderful. You know what? This is probably like the most I've enjoyed a playthrough of Lords of Shadow. Like this playthrough, it's been like the most I've enjoyed a playthrough of this game. It's been a lot of fun. I don't know where I'm going. Your arm hurts? No. Well, I guess we can't do our Devil May Cry co-op run then. I think I see where I'm going. No, busting is why Clem's arm hurts. He spent too long busting over the weekend. Oh, seriously, where the fuck am I going? So here's a move I don't get to use often, but I quite like. It's kind of like this one. No, it's kind of like this one. Oh, it is kind of like this one. But with a wider area. Why was this the pathway? The game actively prevented me from stopping that. Bop. Alright. Monsters. The creeping coffin. Sometimes a creeping corpse feeds directly from a dead body still in its coffin. In such cases, the plant doesn't leave, but instead uses the coffin as armor. For mobility, the creature plunges its branches through the sides of the coffin and extends them, becoming a four-legged monster that's more dangerous than usual. Kind of a piece of shit is what it is. So, Glenn, now that you've finished Final Fantasy XIII, what can we expect from you? Nah, we're just gonna dump your body in the sea, Ninja. Ah, we can expect victory from you? Whoosh! Yeah, but you'll be dead, so you won't care. I really wish this game just had like a sprint button. Rather than like double tapping the analog stick. Link to the Past? It could be good. It could be good. You do FF7 with the mod, nice. Did you ever look into the Cosmo Limit mod that I showed you? It's the widescreen mod. Yes, something like that. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I've pretty much set up my Final Fantasy VII mods now. And I don't expect to end up changing them. Got a very nice vanilla plus kind of thing. Fucking damn it. Is it the archaeology cut mod that I told you that I was interested in? How about you, Ninja? What are you planning for your next Final Fantasy VII playthrough? That's not good enough, Ninja. Yeah, I've not really looked into it properly. I've downloaded and installed it, and that's about it. I'm unsure about whether or not I'd end up streaming it as a kind of another blind reaction. Like New Threat. The New Threat I think went down pretty well. I enjoyed playing it. It was a good time. Like I said when we did it, like, it was really interesting to have to be, like, properly engaged in the Final Fantasy battles. Many have fallen. Their bodies lie scattered like leaves in the wind. A prophecy speaks of one that is pure of heart, yet none pure of heart may pass here. If anyone is strong enough to stand against death himself, then I fear he may also be a blight on mankind. Maybe we are destined to be ruled by evil, the strong conquering the weak. Perhaps that is God's will. Yeah, it was really interesting having to actually focus on Final Fantasy VII battles. I've said before, like, FF7's a pretty easy JRPG to begin with. But also, like, when you've done it as many times as we have. I'm still really proud of my menuing in that playthrough. My menuing was so good. Gabriel, get up on the fucking ledge. Stupid. Such good, really fast menuing. You don't get that with these real-time battle systems. I don't even know what direction I actually came from originally. How you doing, Flynn? It's looking fine on my end. I've been keeping an eye on it because the internet's been kind of garbage all day. I wasn't actually expecting to be able to stream. Liam, dearest of all my friends. I'm going to shoot you. Yeah, I was trying to watch Chance's stream. Well, I tried streaming yesterday, it just wasn't fucking happening. Which is irritating because I was planning to finish Solo 2. No! But I was trying to, like, watch Chance's stream and it just was not happening. And then in like the last 10 minutes of Chance's stream, it started working again. So I was like, let's give it a try. But yeah, that's the main reason why there wasn't a stream yesterday. So instead, I watched From Russia with Love. Because I've kind of decided I'm going to go through the Bond films again. And you can't stop me. It's interesting, you guys are saying there's problems and I'm still not seeing anything. Are we working? Is the stream working? Wow, that's really delayed. What is that? Bwah out, bwah 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 bwah. Are we doing better now? I hope so. Yeah, it looks like we are. That was odd. Because I wasn't getting any issues on my end. If you guys hadn't said anything, then I wouldn't have even known. But I went and checked the Twitch, and it was just stuck like 5 minutes ago. Motherfucker! I've used very little in the way of sub-weapons this game. So I assume we're all back now, right? Well, Minty. That ledge is oddly conspicuous, but doesn't seem to mean anything.
Catch you fuckers at a bad time?
There we go. Get on the fucking... This kills me because it just stops me from moving in specific points. So the 2 times that's killed me, I should have been able to climb up onto a ledge and it's just not let me. Fucking scripting bullshit. That's why the ledge is conspicuous, because they want me to jump up here and do this. It reminds me of, like, I know I've told this story before, but when I played God of War 2, and I kept dying on a specific point, and the game was like, hey, do you want to turn the difficulty down because you keep dying here? The difficulty only affects the combat, and I was like, fucking no, I keep dying on your garbage-ass platforming sequences. If it's going to improve those, then don't bother with the difficulty. Like, I can do platforming. I've done enough on this stream to prove that I am very capable of platforming. But everybody gets a free pass, I think, in platforming that involves a fixed camera. Like, I think if you keep dying in a platforming sequence that has your camera fixed, then you get a mulligan on that. You get so many mulligans. Weird. I think the problem with that kind of thing, more than anything, tends to be the scripting. When the games demand that you appreciate whatever in the way they want you to. Like, the game has to be played this specific way, the camera has to be in this specific position so you can see how amazing our work is. And 9 times out of 10, it's a detriment to the gameplay experience. Yeah. Old God of War is full of that. It's definitely part of the reason why I do prefer Lord of Shadow 2 generally to the first one. Actual camera control. And the combat feels a lot simpler to deal with when you have a better view of it.
Powerful necromancers have used this once sacred ground to build an army of the dead. Conquering nearby lands, legions of zombies have devoured the living and given rise to this desolation. No man has traveled here without meeting death. Gabriel now faces his toughest challenge. He now bangs his fists on the very doors of hell on earth, and the Lord who commands here is listening, waiting for him, smiling.
I don't know, Ninja, are you smiling? Oh, it's Pan.
It appears that our paths cross once more.
But one path must end here.
You
I
threatening
grow
me?
tired of your riddles. Speak clearly for once.
Nothing is ever completely clear, warrior. You are shrouded in darkness. You act as though blind to the truth. Let me enlighten you.
I'm really hoping he's not gonna take his dick out. Oh, thank God. The Silver Warrior. Pan, once revered as a god, rarely changes into this form, preferring peace and to protect all living things. The magical silver armor is a remnant of ancient times, a tool used for fighting the forces of evil that hasn't been worn by him for centuries. Now, out of necessity, Pan adorns his body in this ancient armor to test Gabriel one final time. Pan puts his trust in God, but no knight that is false can survive the test of arms. The loser will provide the ultimate sacrifice, according to God's will.
See how powerful you are without your magic.
Alright. You fucking missed.
Take your precious light power back.
Thanks.
Use your magic wisely, Gabriel.
No, I missed it. God damn it. I gotta do all of that again. And I lost so much health. I did so goddamn well. Parrying perfectly, like all of those attacks. And then I fuck up a quick time event and it took so much health from me. That isn't a fair test of skill. Bullshit.
Ooh. You cannot counter light with a light. Ooh. Need also shadow magic to win. Take it. If you don't kill me, you won't be prepared to fulfill your destiny. Light and shadow are the key to defeat.
I expected that to be harder, but I absolutely owned that fight.
Why? Why did you make me fight you?
Fight's a
Because
strong word.
this is how it must be. We must all make sacrifices in order to find redemption.
No, I did not want this. I did not ask for this.
Blood must be spilt for this path to be opened to you. I accept my fate. Can you accept yours?
There's dirt.
I am not worthy. I am not of pure heart.
No, that starts in the final battle. This one would have been the only thing I know for real. Yeah, kinda. So I think that's one quick time event I failed in the entire game. A fire cemetery.
So the old god is dead. It has come to this at last. The blood of a god has opened the way. Good, Gabriel, very good. There is only one true God, and all usurpers must be cast aside, though Pan's sacrifice was not in vain. Now our warrior of light can proceed to his final destiny. The Lord of the Dead is the most powerful of the Lords of Shadow. Gabriel will need every ounce of his being to defeat him. I worry for him, though. His mind is tired, broken even. He questions his faith, he questions his heart. Can he succeed? Come, my friend, just a bit further, and you shall see your Marie again.
Yeah. Is there one more Chupacabra sequence? Because I feel like there is. Yeah, but by the time this came out, Final Fantasy hadn't used the term Warrior of Light in like 15 plus years. Okay. Zombie. Zombies are the most basic creations of a master necromancer and form the rank and file of the Lord of the Dead's army. These reanimated corpses are an amalgam of different body parts, sewn together in a rough humanoid shape, so it's not common to see zombies with more than one head or multiple arms. Zombie carcasses are very fragile and weak, so they usually attack in large numbers, using their numbers to overwhelm an enemy. In a desert section of Games Fair. 14 when this came out. Possibly the 1.0 version. Definitely not Realm Reborn. That was several years after. But then where does this lead to? No, I forget when the 1.0 of 14 came out. It's not really important. And I'm pretty sure 11 didn't use it, but I couldn't give you a definite answer on that. Light magic upgrade. Yeah. Favorite desert section in a video game, though? That is actually an interesting question. I mean, Corel Prison in FF7 is not particularly bad. The Desert Palace in Final Fantasy IX isn't bad. Well, you know what? I take it back, because the Desert Prison in FF9 has the game of hot and cold with the fucking hedgehog pie. Things got a lot more on fire all of a sudden. I think the build-up to the Arbiter's Grounds, in regards to desserts, it wasn't as sweet as I'd hoped. It was kind of bland and dry. I hate that the game stops one last time for this nonsense. But yeah, the Arbiter's Grounds, like, it's not awful. The build-up to it is actually quite good. For all the criticism Twilight Princess gets, for like having so much time between dungeons and for like having all the time, like so much time between dungeons and like taking so long to get to places. The build-up between dungeons is usually quite good. Like, the build-up to the Arbiter's Grounds I really like. The build-up to Snow Peak is really good. Like, setting the fish, chasing the Yeti. The Arbiter's Grounds itself, not all that much a fan of. It's the Poe chasing again, and like, like, that is straight up a recycle of an Ocarina of Time thing, and it's done less interestingly there. Because the Poe is just all the same. At least the Poe sisters in Ocarina had, like, visual differences. Gerudo Desert in Ocarina of Time is a little more interesting. Well, no, desert itself is. I don't like the Haunted Wasteland. But Gerudo Valley, Gerudo Fortress is kind of interesting, and I like the Spirit Temple as a dungeon. The desert in A Link to the Past is fine. It's such a small section of the game, like, it doesn't really matter. Before we start this, though, I'm going to run an ad. We have, like, a little over 6 minutes before the next ad plays anyway. So I'm going to run an ad for this, and we'll be right back afterwards. And we'll continue dealing with this chupacabra. Don't go anywhere. Alright, we're back. Apologies for the delay. Thank you for the subscription, gents. Audio stack still there? Is it the game? Is it the game or is it me? Yeah, unfortunately, pretty much, yeah. Unfortunately, because this game doesn't have a borderless windowed option, I can't click out of it to check the Twitch stream to hear it myself. Unless I remove the saw. This is what happens when I click out of it. I just remove the game show. There we go. And then we re-add it. See if... How's that? Is that better? Excellent. Excellent. Alright, so let's do this puzzle, shall we? Finally, it took me days of hard work, setting it up, but I found a way to close the 3 locks on the giant birdcage structure. It was so easy, all I needed was a power crystal to energize the keys. Now the rest of the knights have to lure the creature out here to trap it inside and get out of this cursed graveyard. Right. So, crystal. It's one of those moments where you just can't seem to get comfortable. Ah. So that'd be why the crystals are here. This device is broken. Let's say not that way. Not that way. Okay, let's do a bit of running around, figure out what's going on here. Okay.
Over here, monkey boy.
Will I be Clem? Unfortunately, Ninja, this is like the 11th century, 8th century, 9th century, 10th century. It's pre-guns in Europe, basically.
Hello.
The heat is incredible. I don't think I can make it. If it hadn't been for Gandolfi and his incredible creation, I wouldn't have gotten this far. God protects him and the one who's chosen. God protect us all from the spill. Okay.
Over here, monkey boy.
was rude. Get.
Hot! Hot!
Oh, I can't sprint because he stole my fucking relics.
Friend is here! Can you see me? Ha ha! Found me! Totem Sanctuary!
Okay. That camera swing is really not helpful. No, no. Go back.
Found me!
Okay, we'll push this to the end and reflect off this. This is there. And I think the last one's just a single shot. So what are you saying, Clem? Which part of this makes me happy?
Hot!
Yeah, I knew that.
Totem Sanctuary!
I've noted your numerous failures.
Found me!
I wouldn't say that was even really a puzzle. See, I've actually played games with him, so I know he is absolutely not. There's a lot of dudes here, and there's a symbol, so this is going to mean something. There is nothing but death before me. The fires of hell burn bright, and there is no escape. The Lord of the Dead sees all, and I'm here fighting creatures that resemble corpses. I hear the tortured screams of my brothers, and skills seem useless against all but the weakest of the creatures. Just becoming focused requires extreme skill. Help, heaven help me. I fear I'm not up to the task. Alright, thanks for dropping in, gents. Give yourself a good day at work. And thank you for the subscription. I like that he turns around and says, oh yeah, this person's subscribed with Prime. It's like, I don't fucking care. They subscribe, it means they actually give a shit. Give a shit enough to pay towards it in some way. That's enough for me. How you doing, Ellie? You need a little more than this. Oh, fuck off. Give me more juice. That wasn't a puzzle. Like, I refuse to accept that's a puzzle. I've solved puzzles before, that's not a puzzle. You driving? That's terribly irresponsible of you. So my thing with this game, Ali, has been like, whenever I read a document, I've got it in a Scottish accent. Sometimes it's been a reasonable accent, sometimes it's been terrible. Flame claws. The crematory oven. Yeah, I remember you saying you're a dirty cheater. Yes. Yes, okay.
Fueled by the very flames of hell itself, the crematory oven is where the gravedigger does his ghastly work. A powerful demon, whose mighty shovel can cleave a man in two with one stroke. The gravedigger will rip the very soul from Gabriel, given half the chance. Yet I sense that our hero is more than a match for this creature. This could be interesting indeed. I sense Gabriel's rage welling up within him, and I wonder who is the more terrible, our hero or the demon.
Yeah, you beat the Chrysler building just like you played Castlevania. Thank you, Ellie, I appreciate that. FF7, like, I played through FF7 with Master Materia from the start, and honestly, it's kind of just boring that way. You don't look as big as I was expecting. The Gravedigger. The necromancers had to keep a constant supply of corpses in order to build their army of the undead. To sustain the immense cemeteries where all these bodies were kept, the necromancers relied on the Gravedigger, an enslaved, nameless demon mutated and empowered with the tainted magic of these evil sorcerers. The Gravedigger uses a giant shovel to exhume the dead. Excuse me. And this also makes a formidable weapon in combat. This is Castlevania Lord of Shadow. It's the reboot thing that they did, where they essentially made it God of War. In terms of like lore and canonicity, it is unconnected to the rest of the series. If you're into this kind of game, honestly, I'd recommend it, Alex. there's enough story content with Patrick Stewart providing narration for the intro to every level that you'd probably be able to stay interested with it. And there's a sequel. And there's Demon Titties. You could do worse. Okay, so these are all coffins. I should have recognized that earlier. Bitch. You know, I can believe that there are Pokemon that are just poppins with legs. Bitch. I'm gonna kill these coffins and I'll check that one. So yeah, I started streaming earlier before we realised that there was stream issues. That I've kind of started watching the Bond movies again, and I watched because I couldn't. Sorry, I was scratching my nose. Come over here. And because I couldn't stream yesterday, I ended up watching From Rush with Love. It's a good movie. I feel justified in calling it one of my favourites. Honestly, Ninja, I would say like pretty much all of them are worth watching. I'd say this is somebody who's watched all of them multiple times, except the last two. I've only seen the last two once each. God damn it. What is this? Yeah, I'm glad I don't play Pokemon anymore. See if that fixes it. But yeah, like, a lot of the older ones are definitely worth watching. There's a real appeal to them. And like, when you get to Goldfinger and it really builds up into like what Bond became known for, and it just builds from there into like these grand experiences that are just really fun. Goldfinger is really good. Yeah, Ultimate Being ain't terrifying to me. Nothing gets up and charges at me, I start charging back at it. I'm gonna do that Frieza Goku cross-up where our fists hit each other. That's not why I died. I died because the game decided to be bullshit. And like, you look me in the eye, you tell me that final sequence of the game isn't just bullshit, and I'll tell you, you have rose-tinted glasses on. Would you like a shirt, sir? Oh, he's got tentacles under that mask. I need to stop scratching my nose during fights. I didn't die because I charged it. Stab. You missed. You lanky bitch. You missed again. You think if you took that mask off, you might actually be able to hit me? You stupid bitch. And I told you I charged it and we did the Frieza Goku cross up where the fists hit. Bam! And there's like a sonic boom explosion around it. It was amazing. Don't you be spoiling the new Superman movie for me, I will ban you. I'm looking forward to seeing that movie next week. I was supposed to see it yesterday, but I had to go to a baby shower. I suspected. Yeah, I haven't watched anything since the original trailer, so I don't even know what the plot is. You know how I do. Like, you know, as soon as I'm interested in something past the first trailer, I see nothing else of it. So I can be as fresh as possible. So I don't even know what the plot is. I don't know what's going on in it. I want to go in there with no information. And if anybody wants to spoil that, you will be banned. Punch him in his gut. Bonk. 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 Oh, you bitch. I didn't miss a QCE. I don't think I did. Yeah, I remember watching the trailers for Batman v Superman when they were coming out, and like they definitely got too much. Okay, I definitely didn't miss a QTE there. Yeah, they definitely gave away too much. Like, it got to the point that by the time the movie came out... Are you fucking kidding me? Alright. No, I know what I have to do. I forgot about this bullshit. It got to the point that by the time the movie actually came out, it was like, wow, I'm really not expecting much from this. And it came out and I was still disappointed. You gotta love the complete lack of indication that this is what you need to do, though. Because it's not even as though he bangs up against the door and is like, no. He just stopped moving. Alright. Once we're at this level, we'll restart the game. Once we're at this level. For the minute, let me just redo this again. What the fuck? These jumps are automated. Why did it not work? The jumps are automated when I press that. Yeah, I think I had that trouble. I could honestly probably do with just testing out more multi-disc games in emulators. But they're always so long to get to that point. Like, I don't think I've actually beaten Final Fantasy VII in my own time on emulation. Like, I've done FF7 emulation on stream. I don't think I've done it in my own time. Because in my own time, it would have been PS3, and then... No, it would have been PSP, then on PS3, then on PS4. And I don't think I've played it all the way through in my own time since I got the Platinum on PS4. No, Resident Evil 2 doesn't count because it's not a disc switch moment. I've got another ad coming up, so I'm going to run this ad while I sort this game out again. Yeah! So, we'll be right back, I guess. I'm not going to put the BRB screen on, though. So if you're subbed, you get to still hang around. Yeah, so what was it? Had Parasite, but never fully finished. I only finished it because of stream. Well, it's one of those things of it feels like it sounds crazy when I say like I haven't finished Final Fantasy VII in my own time since I did the Platinum for it. But it's also worth considering that since I did the Platinum for it, I have replayed the game 5 full times, I think, on stream. 4 full times? 4 full times on stream, yeah. So it's not like I haven't played it and beaten it since. I just haven't done it off stream. I mean, it's a large part of what the stream's there for. The focus on actually playing and beating games. Most recent thing I beat off stream was Super Mario 64. I had a 100% playthrough I was doing, kind of on and off on that, and I finished it last month, I think. No, actually, I did that, and then I finished the Godfather game on PS2. That was the last thing I've done off stream. And now I'm just kind of hovering between games off stream. I've got a Skies of Arcadia playthrough on the go that's kind of paused at the minute. I'm in Maramba. Keep meaning to start Dragon Quest 8 off stream, but I haven't actually started yet. Anyway, we're back. Hopefully the static is gone now. Done a full restart of the game. The Necromancer's Abyss.
And so it begins. The Necromancer's Abyss lies at his feet. He is dark and terrible, and the cries of the dead follow him wherever he goes.
Excellent, thank you, Clint.
There is nothing but hate in his heart. Hate for those who have taken his beloved, who have made him do terrible things, who have taken his humanity. Now, reap the whirlwind, scions of death, for comes the Prince of Darkness.
Cool story. The main line I remember from this point in the game is, Satan is your master now. Yeah, this game has had a really good soundtrack, and it's wild that I feel like I didn't notice it in previous playthroughs. This is gonna be huge, isn't it? There's a message that appears frequently in necromancer lore, sometimes referred to only as the key, which seems important to enter their domains. The 4th week of the month of the Virgin, the shadow will be more powerful than the light, and the path to the abyss shall be revealed. I've been waiting for that day for months now, but time seems to have frozen since I arrived. 4th week of the month of the Virgin. Fourth week's 28 days in 4 weeks. The 4th week would start at 22. I feel like we are still missing something here. Month of the Virgin. There we go. So the only thing I took from the hint was that we would most likely need an eclipse. That was really it. The rest of it was absolutely brute force. Thankfully, I'm not an idiot. I don't know zodiac signs, though. Alright, Ninja, that's why I'm here. Yeah, I don't know zodiac signs. At all. Alright, colours are movements. That's what the witch said before bringing me here. At first I didn't know what she was talking about, but now I am sure it's related to these tiles in the ground. Colours are movements. Amazing. Okay. So down. Down. What's this? This is left. This is right. This is... Oh, got it. Oh, well, you know what you just did. Hope. Live in hope, Ninja. Oh, this was right, wasn't it? And then... Oh. Left. No, the same old hope. Down. Up, up. Right. Up. I think, like, the thing you've got to remember with a lot of this stuff is these are puzzles meant for an action-oriented audience. So they're not going to be difficult. If you're having trouble with them, 9 times out of 10 it's because you're looking at it the wrong way. Usually why I have trouble with it. Shit, ghost. That shit did a lot of damage. The Reaper. Seasons don't fear the Reaper, nor do the wind, nor the sun, or the rain. Seasons don't fear the Reaper, nor do the wind, the sun, or the rain. Only powerful sorcerers can summon and control these dangerous spirits. The Reapers are a corporeal manifestation of Death himself. Their aspect depends on the beliefs of those who confront them, but most people perceive the Reapers as skeletal figures with long tunics wielding large scythes. Yeah, it might be worth Ghost just like stopping and starting, like pausing and unpausing again. Haha. Welcome back to the future, Alec. Not the bee signal? Not the bee signal. Yeah, to be fair as well, like, you're probably watching on the Twitch app and it's garbage. The app is terrible. Y'all motherfuckers can't stop me. Yeah, bitch. It is garbage, yes. Oh no!
You are worthy.
Perspective there is actually really unclear. Gonna overshoot, knew it. I appreciate you being here while you're in the grocery store. Thank you, Ollie. Well, that was fucking bullshit. Yeah. She lives in Michigan. She's probably heard weirder things in the grocery store. A character? A necromancer. Necromancy is the most evil of all the skills of magic and can only be performed by the followers of the Dark Lord of the Dead. Unlike vampirism and lycanthropy, the powers necessary to control the energy of the deceased are not easily required. The Dark Lord only shares a small part of his power with his followers, who themselves must die in order to use the abilities given to them. Once dead, they become his thralls, and their master is able to control them with his own considerable power. Dude, you can't have a staff and a sword. Have a staff or have a sword. Don't make your staff into a sword. Oh, wonderful. I needed experience orbs. You bitch. I blocked. Alright. No! Yeah, let's go into this without, like, very little health from bullshit platforming. I was shrewd. Let's fucking do this. Fuck no, God. That had no indication it was unblockable, and I resent that. There we go, easier health refill. Exactly what I wanted to do earlier. Hitting so many of these motherfuckers at once with light magic active, like, absolutely gonna get my health back that way. Wish I had unblockable attacks. Look at that. Look how much of a bitch he was after all of that. Give me your stick. My stick now. Fucking hate quick time events. I feel like there's something wrong with this fight. Maybe it is me, but I'm not willing to admit that yet. Though there has absolutely been an issue with the unblockable attacks not being visibly displayed as unblockable early enough. Been an issue for like a considerable amount of the game, actually. Like, the enemy will swing the weapon behind them, and then it'll be like, oh yeah, unblockable attack. And the glow was on the weapon, but you couldn't see that because the weapon was behind them. I dodged it. Alright. Just not fuck up the quick time event this time. I think there's definitely an issue with quick time event timings being displayed like that, while the camera swings around to show you how amazing this choreography is. Here's what I'm here for, Riley. Well, Clem, it's a Monday. absolutely disgusting, Clem. I come out here and I stream for you at my own personal expense, and you're all like, bowling. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Well then, die. Alright, like actual suicide options, like not the easiest things to find. It's like, hey, what's a reliable method that isn't gonna hurt too much? Oh. What did that do? Okay, so one to activate the mirror, one to activate the gate, I guess? Where did the other one go, though? Would that it were so easy. Let's find out where the other edge went. Yeah, let Ninja answer it. I want to know where this goes. It is actually a different direction. Yeah, you see, I've stated numerous times, Clint, that I have not played Halo 3. Yeah, because I didn't get an Xbox 360 until like 2015 maybe or something. So I've done Halo 1 and 2, and that was it. I played Reach off stream, and I said it on chat, on the Discord when I'd beaten it. And I was like, you know, I've finally beaten Halo Reach, it was great. But no, doing the stream, when we were planning to do the Halo streams, it was going to be the first time I played them. Of course, now Ninja has the Master Chief Collection for PC. I bought you the Master Chief Collection on PC. I bought Ali the Master Chief Collection on PC, so we can all do Halo Reach together. And also, it turns out Halo 3 has a full 4-player co-op campaign as well, so we can do that too. Excellent, Ali. You'll be able to put your Overwatch skills to use. But first, we need to do Halo 2. And it's entirely possible I'm going to have to do that solo because the online co-op for it seems to be broken. Excellent. It's great. And the best thing about playing Halo Reach together with us, Ali, is you don't have to have played the other Halo games because Reach is a prequel. That said, like, absolutely get TikTok with you and, like, play Halo co-op with him. Because the Halo games on co-op is some of the most fun you can have with shooters. Remember when, like, so many shooters had co-op campaigns like that? Like, there was Halo, and there was Time Splitters, and Judge Dredd, Dredd vs. Death had it. And, like, it's so much more fun when you can do those things co-op. Good old multiplayer co-op shooters. It's probably the best era of shooters. Yeah, it'll be here when you get back, Alan. Is Flame still here, or did Flame leave? As Flame and I have been talking about the possibility of a Doom co-op playthrough previously. It's become the trend. And Doom 1 and 2, I feel like the only way I would really play them all the way through on stream would be on co-op. Oh, was I not supposed to do that the way I did it? Mostly just because classic Doom, it starts strong and ends kind of weak, and it becomes a real slog. And the co-op would end up being like a majority of the fun with it, I think. And the Night Dive remaster actually comes with easily accessible co-op, which is really nice. Let me go through this scroll first, and we'll talk about it. I am trapped on this float in the rock. This land is one huge, insane puzzle with hundreds of mirrors that can transport you anywhere. Such is the so-called aperture magic from the necromancers. The problem is working out which mirrors take you where. I've been here all day and night, and I grow more weary each time I take another door. Why does death not find me and take me? A fucking Portal reference. But yeah, I know I've said before, like, Doom's first episode is its best episode. And I think the reason for that is entirely because it's the shareware. It's like the demo idea. Like, it has to be like one of the best parts of the game because it's what convinces you to buy the rest of the game. In an ideal world, the rest of the game would also be really fucking good. But I think it really is the case with like a lot of these games that were sold originally as shareware. Like, I feel like LA Meltdown is probably the best part of Duke 3D. The first episode of Wolfenstein is... Wolfenstein's in 3D. It's the most bearable, I think, because it's not excessive with its maze designs. No, we didn't. It's something I've been meaning to go back to, because we are really close to the end. And I've still got it installed. Like, I left it installed on my PC, because we were doing it, and then we ended up going into the era of PlayStation. Before I could finish it. It was like, I can't do it now this year because we're doing the year of PlayStation. But I left it installed. It's been installed since. And it's just sitting there waiting for me to do. I was actually thinking about it the other day. Like, would it be worth me just starting a fresh playthrough, like starting it again? And I'm gonna say no. Because given that the New Order has the 2 separate timelines, if I do start it again, I am not likely to do another run the other timeline. So, like, finish the timeline we started and then possibly go back at a later date and do the other timeline. Maybe. I only ever did the first level of New Colossus. I know people weren't all that happy with it, but I don't actually know why. And it's a game I'd be interested in getting to on stream at some point. Not enjoying New Colossus, yeah. Actually, a fun little tidbit for you. When I got my Xbox One, it came with 2 games: Forza Motorsport 7 and Wolfenstein 2: New Colossus. I only played the first level of it, and Forza Motorsport 7 I played very little of. I installed it, started it, give it a try, give everything a try before you decide you're not into it. But it's more simulation racing than I'm really interested in. So with racing games, I'm much more of an arcade racing fan when it comes to like actually playing racing games. Well, that just sounds disappointing. Fuck's sake. That camera swing took way too long to start. Stupid. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it, because, like, I can't hear it. So it's just, it'll be a stream thing. Yeah, I liked the New Order a lot for what a lot of it did. I wouldn't say it was, like, incredibly serious, but it was a serious game. I don't know, I'll have to form my own opinion, because the new Colossus is just one of those games that is on the eventually pile. The stream. Like, do I intend to do it? Eventually. Like, I'm not against it. As Mum seems so. Though let's be fair, I think the most absurd thing with New Colossus was the reaction to its release. With the whole thing of like it being controversial to say Nazis are bad. And it's ridiculous that idea has gotten worse since then. The Draco-Lich.
Look at him, so dark, so beautiful. He has come for his revenge, and he shall have it. A killing machine without remorse, without pity. What has happened to you, Gabriel? What have you become? Love has blinded you, but you have changed, my friend. Your quest is almost over. The dream is in sight.
Welcome back,
Now you must face death, and you must defeat it. The mask is a powerful device, and he who wields it can do anything. Bring back the dead, rule the world, destroy the universe, challenge God himself. You are the one, Gabriel. You are the one.
Cool. But yeah, it's on the eventually pile. Do it eventually. Not against it.
Impressive, warrior. I'm amazed you've come this far.
I have come to end this, sorcerer.
By whose authority? What right do you have to judge me when so much blood has been spilt by your own hands? Look at you.
I appreciate it, Ninja.
Rebel.
You know I like to form my own opinion. But I have heard, like,
same.
not great things about it.
And I.
You will not stop me.
No, I will not stop you. Look upon me, hypocrite. Gaze upon glorious death.
No, Daniel had legs and an eye. No, the modern version had legs and an eye. I am actually pretty down for playing the medieval remake at some point. Though my feeling with that is the same as like the Crash and Spyro stuff, of like I should do Medieval 2 and then like Medieval Resurrection before I play the remake. I think I did the Graveyard level and it was alright. Well, I played the demo of the Graveyard level and it was alright. I don't think it would convince you if you didn't enjoy the original. It's still got like a bit of that early jank. But if you enjoyed the original, I think you would enjoy the remake, based on what little I played of the remake. The Draco-Lich Titan. Necromancers are evil wizards who can control the dead with dark powers. The most common belief is that this power is limited to deceased humans, but in fact, it encompasses all dead creatures. As demonstrated by this monster, the reanimated carcass of a dragon. This massive creature, a remnant of our prehistoric past, died long before the necromancers came to this land and was buried under tons of rock, eventually becoming a fossil. When the Dark Lord built his fortress in this desolate land, he discovered the carcass and reconstructed it using magical runes to bind evil spirits to the ancient bones. Should the necessity arise, this monster is able to perform one last duty for its master. Well, you've got a PS4 or a PS5, don't you, Ninja? Bitch. Yeah, it's good because I'm not sure. Every PS4 demo I've ever played that I can think of is just like, oh yeah, it won't work on PS5. Like, download the demo, see what you think. Because I'm pretty sure it goes through like the first graveyard level. Bullshit. I remember it. It's the final Titan fight that comes, because like I remember, like, you remember me saying early on, like there's 3 Titan fights early in the game, and the first 2 you face really close together, and then you'll completely forget about it by the time we get to the 3rd. You gotta love the transition of the background from like an actual background to just speed lines. And by love I mean like it looks really stupid. Like if you're gonna do that kind of transition, it's weird that they don't just have like a standard transition for the grab, like the grabbing the lich with the whip. I don't know which direction I'm going. I will say though, like, this fight is also awful. Like, all of the Titan fights are just shit. They're drawn out and they're tedious, and it's like, oh hey, remember Shadow of the Colossus? What if it was like less interesting? All this climbing around and I've still not fought a I've still not actually hit. Fuck off. Great, now we restart all of that because the automatic distance, which is really unclear. wasn't right. It's like we've gone through all of that. I've still not gotten to a point where I've found one of the runes that I need to hit to do any damage to it. And then we fell off because the auto jump decided that the distance wasn't right. So now we do all of it again. And it's just awful. And like, there's no real indicator of like what the right and wrong distance is on these. So it's guesswork, and if you guess wrong, do all of it again. And that's not a design that should exist in a game that was released on the PS3 and 360. That's the kind of design that should have died out on the PlayStation. And given the trouble that we've had with the auto jump mechanic in this session, like, I feel like it's not reliable enough to be like, oh yeah, I fucked up. Yeah, it was further into the generation, but it was also at the point where they were like, okay, game development is costing quite a bit, so we need to try and appeal to as many people as we can. Plus, one thing that people don't seem to be overly aware of is like everybody's all like, oh yeah, they should have just done more of the Metroidvanias. And it's like, yeah, but the Metroidvanias on the handhelds weren't selling all that well. Like, people criticize Dawn of Sorrow and Portrait of Ruin for having the anime art style. The anime art style was specifically to try and appeal to a younger audience to get more sales. We look back on them as some of the best games ever, but they were not selling. So this is a desperate attempt from Konami to try and make the Castlevania series appealing to a modern audience again. will say these Titan fights were absolutely not the way to do it. It is. And if I fall off, we start the whole thing again, and it's just like, none of the Titan fights are fun, I don't think. And I think one of the big problems this game has with its early sections is front-loading it with 2 of them. And you fight them close enough together, you think there's probably going to be more. And then the rest of the game doesn't have one until right here. Like, we can give Konami shit for chasing trends here. It's probably one of the earlier examples of the industry doing that to such a degree, though. Or like one of the earlier notable examples in that regard. Take what works, try and appeal to a broader mass. To sell more. And then the industry just became full of it. Not to say that people copying ideas hadn't been a thing before, but this is such a major overhaul of a pre-existing series. It's interesting. One of the most interesting things about this whole thing, I think, is this game reviewed fairly well. But Castlevania fans weren't overly satisfied with it. The second game didn't review particularly well, but its fan score, its user score, I believe, on Metacritic was higher. And it's definitely better regarded by fans. And the second game, unfortunately, sold worse. It was basically the death of this whole thing. Like, I don't think there has been an original Castlevania game since Lord of Shadow 2. But the second game, I think, does do a better line of making a modern Castlevania game. You can see the problems this game has. It's still ultimately enjoyable, but there's not a whole lot of Castlevania DNA here, which lends credence to the idea that it originally wasn't a Castlevania and was essentially just kind of facelifted into one late during development. The second one's way more of a Castlevania game. Like, the second game has problems of its own, but it's closer to a Castlevania identity. I like a lot of what it does. The bad reviews had me, like, really disappointed. But I did end up picking up Lords of Shadow 2. I have borrowed it from somebody at the time, actually, who did buy it. I don't remember, it was a long time ago. But when I did play it, I was, for the most part, quite good with it. I say it's got issues, but I enjoyed it for the most part. And I do recommend it as a gameplay experience. You've absolutely played worse. It's quite fun. Final fight. We have 7 minutes until an ad. Even if we win this in that time, like, there's the ending cutscene and everything. The cutscene before it. So we're gonna have to run the ad. And then, like, do this. Don't go anywhere. And we're back. Let's do this.
And now the final battle is come. Marie is waiting for you, my friend. She knows what you have done. She knows everything. Marie has hoped all this time that you would save the world, and here you are, on the brink of it. You stand upon a knife edge. She has kept faith in you despite everything. Now you must fulfill your destiny, and the truth will out. I will help you, old friend. I will be with you in this, your moment of victory.
Unlocks a main character entry. Cool, I can't look at it because this is a cutscene.
Oblivion. Sempiternam. Daemonis.
That musical piece hitting there feels really cheesy because that's the...
Congratulations. You have done well, my friend.
It's the puzzle solved music.
I see you have united the powers. Excellent.
We can now end this, once and for all. Come.
Yes. Let's bring an end to this charade. Finally, it is time for the truth. Let us remove our masks.
No, you said remove the mask, not put one on.
You are the Lord of the Necromancers. The final Lord.
Now you begin to understand.
One thing real quick, though. This means we didn't kill the Lord of the Necromancers. And we were able to call forth the final piece of the God Mask anyway. So we never had to kill Carmilla and Cornell to get those pieces. I feel like that's something that he's just kind of brushed under the table real quick. And potentially they could have possibly called those pieces down themselves. You'd think they'd know the incantation for it. It would have to be a Brotherhood thing, and being the founders, you would think they would know. So you think the only reason they didn't would probably be so there was no risk of the other lords getting hold of the pieces to potentially create the full mask. Like, there's an idea here that's kind of brushed under the table that's kind of interesting in that.
Yes, Gabriel. It was I who cast the spell that separated the earth from the heavens. I knew this would force my brothers and sister in heaven to contact the Order here on earth. The prophecy was their little ray of hope in the darkness. We Lords of Shadow, as you call us, have been impotent for far too long, fixed in an uneasy truce for many centuries, each possessing our share of the power, but each unable to have mastery over the others. Until now. I grew so tired of these years of proliferation, a constant truce between the three of us, each unwilling to concede or cooperate with the others. They were too blind to see the potential in the power we held. If only it were combined. I desired that ultimate power and was prepared to probe the very depths of hell in search of knowledge to acquire it. I fought hordes of demons and became strong. Then a force so vast and terrible entered into me, expanding my knowledge of the dark arts until it reached unimagined heights. All I needed was someone to restore the luminous power of the spirits according to the prophecy, and you have been the perfect dupe. Of course, I couldn't arouse their suspicions that it was I who desired the power for my own. No, I used the prophecy as my cover. And you, my shining knight.
I will not allow you to stand in my way, Zobek.
I'm sure you won't. But you really have no say in the matter, my dear friend. I could quite easily kill you for your insolence. But fortunately, there is no need.
What do you mean?
The gauntlet will do it for me. As I told you, dark power is my dominion, forged in the pits of hell no less. There was just the small matter of the child and her protector. But you came through with flying colors. I needed your strength of will and courage to complete the quest, but I couldn't risk you becoming too powerful. I needed to control you at the end, once you had murdered them. I knew you would never be able to challenge me whilst wearing it. Poor little Claudia. Such a sweet thing.
No.
You have exceeded even my wildest expectations, killing and butchering your way to victory. There is a terrible darkness in you, my friend. Your burning desire to resurrect your darling Marie has blinded you to it. As you slept, I was able to influence you with this mask. But even I did not foresee the beast that lay within. It was all too easy to make you kill them. Your penchant for murder and death were insatiable. You just needed a little nudge, and off you would go in search of the one thing that could bring her back. Yes, Gabriel, now you finally understand. It was you who murdered your wife.
No! You lie! Bastard!
Search your soul, Gabriel. You know it to be true. I was worried she would reveal my charade to you at the lake. But it seems she had a false hope that even a killer such as you could redeem himself and save the world. Even the child, Claudia, could see her own demise at your hands. And yet she also trusted in you to the bitter end. Glorious, isn't it? God himself sees you for what you are. A cold-blooded murderer. Beyond redemption. Beyond hope.
You gotta respect the play here.
Let me free you of your heavy burden. Goodbye, old friend.
Because it's not even like, oh yeah, no, we're gonna overcome this and turn this all against you. He's right, with the gauntlet, we can't do anything against him. And now we're dead. The gauntlet was his trump card, and he made sure we obtained it early.
Hail, mighty Zobek.
Who's there? Who?
Don't you remember me? I came to you in the void. I granted you knowledge and power. Power that you could never have obtained on your own. Surely you haven't forgotten. In fact, I planted the idea for this whole elaborate ruse into your tiny mind in order to serve my own higher purpose. I no longer need your assistance. The power is now mine.
is famous actor Jason Isaacs.
No! No!
So yeah, we don't fight Zobek at all. We never actually fight death. Those fire effects are terrible.
Father, I come for you. Before the end, you will bow down to me!
Gabriel. He's on his way. Come on, Gabriel. Gabriel. He's on his
And then the one thing they couldn't have foreseen happening.
Come to us,
The wrench in the plans that could not have been accounted for. It's how you write a truly effective villain. You make their downfall not their fault. Nothing they could have prepared for.
Join us.
Get away from him. Don't wake him. Don't touch him. You cannot have him. If you take him, we are all lost. Darkness will triumph, and there will never, ever be peace or hope. We will be trapped here forever. Don't you see? We must grant him the power to go back.
Will he free us? Will we see the light that was promised?
I believe in him. His heart is pure. He is our last hope. Our only hope.
It is your time. Don't be afraid. Come to us. It is your time, Gabriel. Don't be afraid. Come with us. Join us.
The beard texture down his neck looks terrible. Like, it's probably not meant to be stretched out like that. It looks awful.
So, he has abandoned you too. So be it. Join me. I will love you more than he.
No thanks. I like my benefactors to be wearing pants.
I was adored once above all others. I too didn't deserve to be cast out, abandoned. Now you know what that feels like, don't you? Hate can bring us back, give us strength, embrace it.
It is what is in men's hearts that he cares about. He loves you as he loves me. We have only to ask for forgiveness deep within ourselves and be welcomed back.
You monkeys don't deserve redemption. It is my divine right to rule by his side as an equal, or perhaps more than that.
You would rather rule in power and might than to offer forgiveness and love. This is why you are cast out, unholy one.
You dare to challenge me? You will die for your blasphemy. Your soul belongs to me.
Satan. The real mastermind behind these events, the fallen angel Satan, was cast down to Earth as punishment for his rebellion against God. Satan has been searching for a way to re-enter heaven and crush the Almighty once and for all. The God Mask is said to bestow a power that is supposed to be a key to God himself. A power that makes the wearer God's vassal on Earth, and Satan has manipulated Zobek and the other Lords of Shadow to acquire it for his own means. Satan has unimaginable power to wield on this Earth, and can use both light and shadow energy to cast destructive spells or summon demonic reapers from other planes. However, he is not able to command his full strength while chained to the earthly plane, and thus remains weakened against Heaven's Chosen. Also, the final... The final character that we didn't see. Let's read this first, because apparently we didn't know. This will be important in the DLC anyway, so we might as well read it now. The childlike appearance of Laura has led many to their deaths, for she is a deceptive, ruthless killer who has murdered hundreds of innocents over the many centuries to satiate her blood craving. Although she has the body of a child, she has the cunning and intellect of someone far older, and thus, anime fans say it's okay to draw nude pictures of her. She can be particularly cruel, often treating the killing of her victims as a game. However, when at rest and alone, she remembers a time long past, a time of warmth and comfort, and a woman's beautiful voice singing to her as she sleeps, comforting her in the darkness. A life lost long ago. And the Lord of the Dead. Zobek was once a brave fighter and a sage wizard, wise above all others. He was a good man, much loved and respected. Along with Cornell and Carmilla, Zobek founded the order to which Gabriel belongs, the Brotherhood of Light. Yet pride drove him to seek even more power, to fight against the evil and injustices he saw all around him. He was corrupted by the very desire to do good, and in the end was punished for it. While his spirit ascended to heaven that fateful night, the empty corpse that he left behind became the Necromancer, evil reflection of everything that he represented. Lord of the Dead, he is death personified, and with his knowledge of the dark arts, none may stand against him, living or dead.
God doesn't love you. He let your beloved die.
There's a lot of screen shaking going on.
Bow down to me. It's Satan who commands you.
No! No!
Bow down to me. It's Satan who commands you.
Ah, bitch.
Surely you can do better than that, Gabriel. God doesn't love you. He let your beloved die.
You missed, bitch.
Impossible. Is that the power of
This
God?
is always the part that I hated, because the space between them is so small. And it's really hard to, like, not just let that happen.
She is gone forever.
But there's also the thing of, like, you're given unlimited magic in this fight, so you can just keep wailing on him. And taking damage and hitting him back. There's not really a real danger in this fight. And the only reason I lost in the previous round is because I was not paying attention to my health bar.
Surely you could do better than that, Gabriel.
But yeah, the barriers that he puts up when he's vulnerable, those are the most frustrating part to me.
Impossible.
Because like the space between them's so thin.
The power of God.
See?
Surrender your weapon, and I'll show you mercy.
Yeah. It's the only reason this fight will take any time.
God doesn't love you. Impossible.
It's not even that it's a puzzle, because the answer is really obvious. You've just got to try and navigate these honestly garbage hitboxes. What do you got now?
Die, Belmont.
Nah, bitch.
Damn you, Gabriel. Wipe the name of Belmont from this world forever!
Wipe my ass.
You think you can defeat me?
Yes. Yes, I do. Because unlike you, I can parry.
Damn you, Gabriel!
Not even like I need to. Because every hit is like restoring health as long as I'm on the opposite magic to him.
The name of Belmont from this world forever! No! Stay back from me.
Oh, that one was easier. Learn this trick from Dante. Get back down there. I do like this as a detail, though, that the ground keeps repairing itself. Like, it's not even that it's a video game thing of like, oh, the ground has to go back to its default state. Like, there's an actual purpose and visual design to the ground repairing itself.
Take your hands off me, murderer. Your soul is damned.
I ask forgiveness and mercy for those that I have wronged. What I did unknowingly. Yet I would change everything if I could.
He isn't listening, Gabriel. Your fate is fixed.
Every man has the power to repent. I have faith in that. Forgive me. Forgive me, my God.
I will have such fun with your Marie. I will introduce her to such pleasures.
Her soul will go only to him. Once I have finished with you, Angel.
Is it? Oh. Oh, did I not set it today? I didn't. Thanks, Ninja. Is the autofocus, it just autofocuses on the wrong thing. Like, not me, for some reason. So I eventually figured out how to fix it, like, a few years ago now I figured out how to fix it. It's just turn autofocus off and set it manually. But it doesn't stay turned off, I have to reapply it every stream. Which is stupid.
My love.
Alive? No. I do not want this. Why has my life been given back to me?
Marie, quick, kill me.
It is your fate. You have been given back what was wrongfully taken from you. To repent your sins. To make amends.
But without you.
You freed them all. You saved us all, my Gabriel.
I couldn't save you.
I knew I could not tell you, or despair would have eroded your resolve and everything would have been lost. I had faith in you, hoped that you would be strong enough to free the world, and you did not let me down.
I am not worthy of your faith. Your love. I am nothing.
You are a good man, Gabriel. You are as God intended, fallible, yet capable of great things. I loved you then, as I love you now. I see before me a man who has regained God's favor, and who has my forgiveness, and the forgiveness of all the lost souls of this world. You have saved us all, and you have saved yourself. The mask is a powerful device. It allows us to see through God's eyes.
Can it really bring the dead back?
Yes. Look.
Fool's hope.
It is too late for me, my love. I cannot come back.
No. No, don't go.
It is my time. The light is calling. I'm not
No.
afraid.
Please.
For all
stay-
that everybody
stay
was
with me.
fighting over the
It's
god mask, the idea that that's all it does is kind of crazy.
It's calling to me. Calling.
I love you, Marie. I love you. Forgive me.
Marie, I'm gonna go and do so many sins. You see, like, the beard texture down his throat. Do we do, like, the wrap-up here? Because there's still the DLC to do. I think overall this is a good game. I definitely enjoyed this playthrough more than I've enjoyed any of my previous playthroughs. The soundtrack was absolutely phenomenal, and I'd never really noticed it on previous runs. I think its biggest sin is that it's called Castlevania. I think it's one of those things of, like, it would have probably been better received if it was just an original IP. But I get the point Konami came from of trying to revitalize the Castlevania series for a modern audience and like, keep it going. It didn't work. The next game, like, this game sold well enough, the next game did not. And ended up being the last original Castlevania game released. Yeah, if it had been named something else, it would have gotten away with it, but it probably would have faded into the background of other God of War clones. The fact that it's called Castlevania is the main reason why it gets any attention, I think. Would it have gotten attention without the name is difficult to say. It could be one of those games like, yeah, it was quite good and it's worth playing through from this era, that's mostly just forgotten, but it could have sold well at the time. It's not something we'll ever really have a proper idea of. But as it stands on its own, it's a solid game. It's unfortunately mired in a lot of the game design choices of the time. Most notably, like the rampant quick-time events. Which I do like going back to this era of gaming. It's something that we probably didn't appreciate as much as we should have at the time. It was a rough transitional period from standard definition development to high definition development. And the PS3 and Xbox 360 are full of games that had potential but were quite rough. But there's still a lot of interesting stuff around there, but the risk you run with going back to it is that you have to deal with a lot of the design mentalities that were still around at that point, and the worst of them is the quick time events. But overall, it's a strong game. I think it's definitely worth playing, whether you're a Castlevania fan or not. As long as you enjoyed this kind of game, I think you'll have a good time. I suppose, like, leads us to the question of, like, how do you get this? It's available on 2 modern systems right now. It's available on PC, and it's available on Xbox via backwards compatibility. Getting it running on PC is fine. I had no issues with this. I just started it and it ran out of the box, which is good. It's also labeled as verified on Steam Deck. I think all 3 of the Lords of Shadow games are listed as verified on Steam Deck. But it's not the hardest game to get hold of. And now we have the big post-credits, which was, in all honesty, probably the most interesting part of this game when it came out. One thing that is really odd with this post-credit scene that I don't think anybody ever really considered, certainly not something I ever sort of talked about, is how the visual design was weirdly different from, like, the rest of the game. I think ultimately, though, the idea of Lords of Shadow as a Castlevania series, taking like names and doing different things with them in a lot of ways, it's not necessarily that much different from the Netflix series of just like, these are the names that we're going to reference while doing our own thing entirely. In that regard, I honestly prefer this over the Netflix series, because this isn't pretending to be anything that it's not.
An unusual hiding place for the Prince of Darkness. Don't you think?
Zobek.
So yeah, like, look how different Zobek looks here.
It is I.
And this is the way he looks in the second game. It's like, immediately it's just a visual change in the design.
Where have you been all this time?
Out there. amongst the living. And what of you? Why have you been hiding all this time? Gabriel.
Don't you dare call me that. Sint Dracul.
No doubt, you once were. But alas, look
Like,
at you
even
now.
taking into account that we know Zobek is
mere
evil now,
shadow of your
and he
former self.
can visually look obviously evil, a lot of his visual design has changed.
What do
This
you want,
post-credits.
old friend?
Satan's acolytes are readying for his imminent return. He is unlikely to welcome both of us with open arms. Don't you think? Help me stop him. Or you and I will become his favorite pets. For all eternity. It is time to get out of this wretched tomb you have made for yourself. Stop skulking in the shadows. Don't you care that he will enslave you?
And here's the big twist. Not just that Gabriel is now Dracula, but also that this is the modern day.
I know what it is you yearn for.
I cannot die. Yet. I cannot live.
Help me, and I can free you of your immortality. Soon, old friend. Soon. It will be over.
Yeah, I was super interested in the sequel based on this. And that's the end. That is Castlevania Lord of Shadow, as it was originally released. And now, the DLC chapters. Which, honestly, I'm going to leave for next time. This is three levels. I forget how long Chapter 14 is. But I know that it can be frustrating. And I don't want to dive into that and be focused on just finishing that. Because when I've done stuff like that before, it becomes really frustrating and I find myself just not enjoying my experience. Huh. But yeah, we'll return with more Castlevania Lord of Shadow with a conclusion, the DLC of it, next time we visit Castle-Day-nia. And then we'll finally move on to another one. This is undeniably the longest of the Castlevania games we'll do. Like, it feels we've been on this forever, but it's the longest. Undeniably. And once we're done with it, before we move on to Lord of Shadow 2, this time we'll actually be doing Lord of Shadow Mirror of Fate. Which is Mercury Steam's first shot at Metroidvania style, I believe. Something they would go on to have more experience with when they started doing Metroid games, because they did Metroid Samus Returns on 3DS and then Metroid Dread. And I've streamed Metroid Dread before, I really enjoyed it. But Lord of Shadow Mirror of Fate was their first foray into that, I believe. Now that I have all the upgrades, though, we could go back and do stuff like get these things that we couldn't get before. I'm probably not going to do that, though. I don't know if anything actually carries over into the DLC. Like, whether they give you just a flat line of things. Because you see that fairly commonly with DLC stuff like this, where they'll give you, like, a flat amount of things. Like health upgrades, blah, blah, blah. But given this requires you to have finished the game previously, it's entirely possible it will just carry everything over. But that is going to do it for us for today. I want to thank everyone for joining the stream. I always really appreciate the support. Big special thank you to everybody in chat. Chat is always the best part of the stream. We have Chance, Ninja, Teak, I think, popped in, Clem, Panda, Chance subbed, Ali was here. Feel like that was everybody. Oh, Flame was here as well. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. I always really appreciate the support, and chat is always the best part of the stream. If my internet holds out, we will be back tomorrow to finish Soul Reaver 2. And currently the plan is, once we've done Soul Reaver 2, we'll be beginning Paper Mario on Nintendo 64. That should be fun. Really doing that so I can just play the Thousand Year Door remake in my own time. It's a thing of like with Final Fantasy X, like with Bayonetta, when I got the sequels, it's like when I got Bayonetta 2, I didn't want to play Bayonetta 2 without replaying Bayonetta. And I eventually did, and then I played Bayonetta 2, and that was really good. When I got Final Fantasy X 10-2 HD Remaster, I didn't want to play 10-2 without playing through 10 again as a refresher, and I still haven't. And I picked up the Switch remake of Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, and I don't want to play it without going through Paper Mario again. Though in all honesty, because you can keep them disconnected for the most part, it's really of like, I know if I play Paper Mario Thousand Year Door with its improved mechanics, it's going to have to be a while before I play through Paper Mario again. Like, do that and then take the step up, that's fine. But anyway, that is pretty much it. It's a Monday, nobody really streams on Monday. Is anybody online right now anyway? No. Most of you all follow each other, there's not really any sense in shouting you out. Yeah, I know, like... If you want to go and watch something on Twitch, look for some Blood Omen, I guess. If you want to go and watch something on Twitch. Blood Omen is my recommendation today. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That works. So there's not really anything else to say, except thank you all for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic time of day. And take care. We'll catch you next time, guys. Bye.